Do you always feel watched in the things that you are doing? Are you afraid of what others might think of you? Does it give you anxiety attacks? Look no further, I'm here to help you out. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Jeremy, I'm a doctor from Germany. Let's get into the video. The truth about people's opinions. Are you finding yourself constantly overthinking of what others might think of you? Let me turn that thought around for you. Are you maybe just judging yourself? Be honest here. There's a psychological phenomenon that is called the spotlight effect. People tend to overestimate how much others notice or pay attention to them, their appearance, their behavior, and so on. It is a natural human instinct to think that we are the center of everything. We just all assume that others are just as focused on us as we are on ourselves, like there's a spotlight on you. So it is natural that you think that everyone will notice that small stain on your shirt, that everyone is judging you based on the mistake that you made at work, that you are overthinking what others might think about your appearance or social awkwardness. And the thing is, the more insecure we are about a certain thing, the more we get hung up on these thoughts. Let me tell you one thing. We are not as important as we think we are. Nobody is judging you more than yourself, and you always have to remind yourself on that. We are the main actors of our lives, I know that. But to the next person, you're just a side character or an extra. So try to recognize that. I hope you can feel more relaxed and confident in yourself, because most people are just too preoccupied with their own lives and problems. Nobody has really time to pay that much attention to you. And if there's a person that is hardcore judging you, it is probably because of their own insecurities. So it is easier to talk about you than to see that the problem is within themselves. Living a life that is authentic to you. Bronnie Ware is an Australian palliative care nurse, a nurse that is specializing in caring for patients that have terminal illnesses. And she wrote a book that is called The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying. And one of the key points was about living a life that is authentic to you. A lot of people dying have one regret. I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. Unless you have a terminal illness, we don't really feel the possibility of us dying one day. It is a thought of the future. We all know that we're going to die at some point. But the actual fear and the regret that a person feels isn't really tangible. Which is okay. We can spend our lives like it is our last day. But at the same time, there's so much that we can learn from those regrets to know that in the end, all of your worries that you feel right now don't really matter. We should all take the time to find out what it is that we want from life. What does it mean for you to live a life that is authentic to you? What is making you happy? What is bringing you true joy? In a world of no judgment, how would your life look like? Spend time with people that inspire you. People that bring out the best in you, people that support you no matter what. If you surround yourself with positivity, you will automatically have a more positive outlook to life. Let time do its wonders. This is highly my personal opinion, but I feel like the older I get, I less care about other people's opinions. I'm 34 now, and I couldn't care less about the opinions of people that aren't important to me. I feel like the stress of life is increasing. When I was in school or in uni, I just had to focus on myself. Now that I'm working full time, I feel that the amount of stress is so high. I don't have time for little things like the judgment of others. And even life outside of work is more stressful compared to a few years ago. You have to worry about money, family, maybe certain milestones that you haven't reached yet that you would want from your life. Maybe people close to you are getting sick and you have to take care of them. And it is normal that all of the stress can make you feel depressed and anxious. I spend so much time at a stressful job. The little time that is left for me shouldn't be spent with people who are causing drama in my life. As I'm getting older, my priorities and my perspectives are shifting. I value peace, authenticity, and meaningful relationships over unnecessary stress. And I also value people that understand my values. They don't have to like the same things that I like. I'm a nerd, I like gaming and anime. I don't necessarily need friends that are into the same things as me, but I want people that are easy to hang around with, people that don't make me feel judged. People that bring comfort and positivity into my life. People that don't make my life more complicated than it already is. And with getting older, it has gotten so easy to say no to friends that don't bring happiness into my life. I don't feel the need to please everyone. The circle of friends is getting closer, but I also let new people into my life, where I just have the feeling that they are a good person. It doesn't matter if your interests align. People with other interests will broaden my horizon, because they bring a new perspective to the table. And maybe in this process of getting to know them better, I maybe discover new sides in my personality as well. We are the average of the 5 people we spend most time with. If these people have a positive mindset, your mindset will also shift to a more positive outlook. Focus on your values. Another way to stop caring what other people think of you is to be very sure about your core values. For every person it will be different. But how do you know which values are important to you? If you don't know yourself that well, then let me help you. Here's the list by James Clear with 50 core values. I'll put a few up on the screen and put the link in the description box. Do you value family, money, authority, success, popularity? Go through the list and pick 10 that seem to be clicking with you. After you have your 10 items, go through them again and try to narrow them down to 3. These 3 will be your core values. I, for example, value family in my relationships, growth, and meaningful work. And they aren't stagnant. Your values will shift by getting older, by getting more experience. But when your actions align with your core values, the opinions of others start to feel less relevant. Maybe your actions right now don't align with the things that you value, because they haven't been conscious. I can be a rock that my friends can lean on. If my friends need advice, I'll give them my most honest answer. If they have a health issue, I will go to the hospital with them and treat them. This is how I show my respect to my relationships. But I'm not perfect in that regard either. My friends know that I'm a very rational person. I usually won't act upon my emotions. This sometimes will have the impression that I'm not very empathetic, and I try to better myself in that regard. As long as all of this is a conscious process, you are at least able to change certain behaviors that align with the person that you want to be. Let me leave you with this. When you find yourself spiraling into anxiety over someone's judgment or feeling overwhelmed by a mistake, stop and ask yourself, will this matter in 5 years? Most of the time, the answer will be no. In 5 years, the awkward moment you replay in your head will be forgotten. The people who judged you won't even remember. And the stain on your shirt, it's long gone. But what will matter is whether you spent those years staying true to yourself, building meaningful relationships, and living authentically. What will matter is the joy, the growth, and the peace you create for yourself along the way. So take a deep breath, let go of the unnecessary, focus on the things that truly matter. Your future self will thank you. In this video, I'm talking about the 3 things I did to live my dream life. I hope you're doing well. I hope you learned something. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Jeremy Tuesday. Peace.